Questions and comments? The honourable member for Edmonton Northwest.
Mr. Speaker, the Liberals put forward a plan that includes a section on Canadian unity, but doesn't mention the West once. The Liberals offer empty words on making Canada an energy superpower, but provide absolutely no concrete action to spur investment and growth in our energy sector. This is what the Prime Minister's Energy Minister did in Calgary last week. Empty words, void of tangible commitments. Let's be clear. The job losses and cancelled projects in our energy sector are the direct result of Liberal laws and policies. To make Canada an energy superpower, it begins with repealing the Liberal anti-energy laws. Repeal Bill C-69, the No New Pipelines Act that blocks energy infrastructure. Repeal Bill C-48, the oil tanker ban that landlocks our energy. Repeal the oil and gas production cap that will kill 54,000 jobs and gut $20 billion from the Canadian economy, much of them in my own riding. The Energy Minister failed to do it, so here's the chance for the Prime Minister to unequivocally commit to undoing the Liberal anti-energy laws. Will the Prime Minister repeal the No New Pipelines law, repeal the oil tanker ban, and repeal the oil and gas production cap so Canada can build energy infrastructure and get our resources to market?
The honourable member for Calgary Confederation.
Yes or no?
Well, Mr. Speaker, I was with the Minister of Energy when he made that speech, and I think the vibe in the room was very different. What you ended up hearing was a very positive response from people who were looking forward to turning a page and having more productive conversations, something I would encourage all members to take to heart. Now, it's not surprising he got a positive response, given that Liberals got the highest % of vote in Calgary than they'd had in generations since 1968. This is a new government that will bring new balances to our energy and environment conversations. And those are needed because I'll remind the members opposite that pipelines were going down to failure long before any of the bills that they listed as possible reasons for those. In fact, Northern Gateway didn't manage to pass court challenges because the environmental reviews, the Indigenous consultations were deemed too insufficient by the courts, a problem that this side of the House has cleaned up.
The honourable member for Gaspésie, les Îles de la Madeleine. Restez gauche. Mr. Speaker, first, allow me to thank warmly the people of Gaspésie and the Magdalen Islands for putting their trust in me. I will endeavour at every occasion to be worthy of their confidence. And the throne speech doesn't leave any space for the interests of our regions. It's really focused on the importance of protecting our economy from Donald Trump. But yet, the throne speech doesn't talk about the forest industry in Quebec and its needs in terms of the softwood lumber disputes. It doesn't talk about aluminum, even though there are sectors that are struck by these U.S. tariffs. It doesn't talk about fisheries. It's such a precious and fragile industry whose exports depend too much on the U.S. So this text was read by a British monarch that could have been written in London because it was so disconnected from the needs of Quebecers or the needs of the Quebec regions in this document.
For Calgary Confederation.
Monsieur le Président,
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to thank the honourable member for his question.
Of regions, I know this well as an Albertan, but a speech of this nature is about the nation as a whole, and there is much detail to come afterwards and much discussion to have in the days to come.
The honourable Okay, the honourable member for Long Range Mountains.
Mr. Speaker, it's an honor to rise as the first Conservative woman to ever serve the province of Newfoundland and Labrador in the House of Commons. Mr. Speaker, I was born and raised, laid roots, and built a career in Newfoundland and Labrador. But unfortunately for young people today, building a life in Newfoundland and Labrador is becoming a distant dream. Too many are forced to pack their bags and head elsewhere across Canada. The blame is with the federal government for implementing policies that block investment and kill major projects that create jobs young people could build a life on. I've combed over this speech, and I can't seem to find any firm commitment for young Newfoundlanders that want to build their lives and stay in the province. Will the Prime Minister commit to reversing anti-energy Liberal laws, excessive red tape, regulation, and high taxes that are crushing the dreams of young people in Newfoundland and Labrador?
The honourable member for Calgary Confederation.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I'd like to congratulate the honourable member on her election. From coast to coast to coast, this throne speech speaks about economic opportunity. It talks about the ways that we are going to build things, the ways that we are going to grow things, and most importantly, the way we're going to do it quickly, because time is not our friend. There is a commitment within the throne speech to have a major projects office and to move the approval of projects from 5 years to 2 years. As I mentioned in my remarks, that would make us among, if not the best, in the OECD. So I am optimistic for the future. I hope the honourable member across the way will keep an open mind as we implement this agenda. Thank you.
Honourable member for Vancouver East. There's limited time, but the member has the floor.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and congratulations to my colleague for his election. New Democrats will be here to hold the government to account, of course, and collaborate where it is possible, notwithstanding that we don't have official party status. My question to the member is this. On the issue around housing, and we all heard it on the ground during the election campaign, there is nothing in the throne speech that talks about renters. There's nothing in the throne speech that talks about building social housing and co-op housing and recognizing that it was the Liberals that canceled the National Affordable Housing Program. And in the throne speech, there is no measures to address housing profiteering. Is it because the Minister of Housing is saying affordability is not an issue faced by Canadians? So my question to the member is this. What is he going to do to ensure social housing and co-op housing?
Okay. A very brief answer by the member for Calgary Confederation.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Very briefly, this is a throne speech that is heavy on housing. It takes a land, sea, and air approach to housing that reduces the costs of developing, reduces the costs of building, and increases supply through the largest action since World War II.